And we are live on the intranet.
Hello, internets. There's no one in front of the Arsenal.
Well, I'm here.
You're here. I'm here.
You're here.
Graham's managing Bebe's kids. Who else is here?
I guess we should invite him on. He's just looking at me smiling. We should share that smile with the whole world. I shouldn't just have it all to myself.
Hey, this show just got younger, hotter, and fresher.
And then Hiram got here.
What up, YHF?
What's cracking like y'all?
Not much, man. Good to see you, good sir. I should probably
That has been a discourse lately in like discussions on threads.
What?
People from North Carolina going, it's not North Kakalaki. When you said Crackalakin, this made me think of it.
What, people are all like against that or something?
No, they say that's not a thing. And it's like, y'all are transplants if you've never heard North Kakalaki for North Carolina.
Right.
But that's been an argument. You've heard that before, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've said it multiple times. Just to say it.
No, people from Carolina are trying to say that's not a thing. I'm like, y'all aren't from Carolina.
Yeah.
Must be the new Carolina.
It's all the transplants.
Get my non-winning ass bet up and get my photos up.
The people not drinking sweet tea.
Or drinking that cheer wine.
We call it trunk soda in my family because whenever I would go back home to visit my family from Carolina, because we didn't used to be able to get it up here.
Yeah.
And so I would buy cases of it and keep it in the trunk of my car because if it was in my car, we didn't go through it as fast. Well, my kids, my siblings are 14, 17, 20 years younger than me. So when I'd pick them up from school, they'd go, "Hey, Mel, can we have a trunk soda?" And so they're just called trunk sodas.
Love to hear it.
I can't wait to teach her children about trunk sodas.
But by the way, Hiram, we never got to say this officially. Did a fantastic fucking job while we were in Honduras, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, really, really good job. Show sounded good. Everything got up promptly and all that good stuff. I hope you didn't have to stick around too long editing afterwards and all that good stuff. Good.
Honestly, the editing process was really like relatively short because I did the Mel technique, taking notes, making sure I'm getting all the shit right and everything. But no, we managed to get everything situated. There was, I don't know if you probably noticed, but there was a couple button mishaps though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I didn't notice.
So
She doesn't sound check, so stop playing like that's a fucking compliment.
I don't care. I'm taking it.
I thought the show sounded great. I was coming in hot when I did my bit, but that was the whole point, was to just be a fucking lunatic, right?
Absolutely.
And bombard it. Because you don't know this, but there was, when I was working with WhistlePig before COVID and everything had happened, I was and this was right before COVID happened.
Yeah. I
was at a sales meeting in Orlando, and it was him and Graham and Alan Yanis from Newcastle Mobtown Magpies.
Yeah.
And I told her I was calling in, and I did the, first time, long time, love what you're doing here, and just kind of like rambled and yelled, and there's like, out, click. Hung up on him. It was pretty fucking brilliant. So I always like to, whenever I'm away, do that, like, just really obnoxious, just fuck with Sam. So.
Hey, it worked. It was a good time.
Yeah, I loved it. All right, I should probably figure out what sound drop I'm doing. I haven't figured that out yet.
Oh, I probably should put on the...
Ooh, I know which one I'm going to do. It'll have ties to injury time and fantasy.
I was about to say I'm nervous.
All right, I am ready.
So, kids, have a good show.
Yep.
This is Villainista Nicole, and I'm just waiting for Mel to pass on so I can be Big Sam's second wife. You're listening to the DU Football Show.
A bunch of things. One, amazing what a pep talk will do. And the other thing, too, is fuck, Villa finally won a game. I mean,
Watkins scored.
And Watkins scored. It was all kinds of silly shit. What's even better is Graham's taking care of Bebe's kids, and we got the young hot freshness in town. Let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. AKA the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of a lord. Looks great in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to the DU Football Show, a completely biased recap of the English Premier League as told by two common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston. Away on assignment is Mr. Graham, so joining us tonight, the young hot freshness. He is somehow young yet old, has the spirit of a 75-year-old black man. My co-host, Mr. Hiram Wainwright. How the hell are you, sir?
My knees hurt.
Knees hurt.
It's
Knees hurt. Back hurts.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm over here twisting on the chair. My knees is popping every second I turn. It's like pop, pop.
Maybe like, I got too many problems. Pull out old Danny Glover. I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yes.
All of it.
Full lethal weapon on this shit.
And of course, on the ones and twos, we've got producer Mel. How we doing over there, producer Mel?
I'm enjoying the earlier start time.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. And he's about to try to put 3 children under the age of 5 to bed at the same time.
That's
Sans wife.
they make melatonin for a reason.
Yeah, no. He would tell you they make whiskey for a reason, and that's what he will be enjoying the minute that he is done dealing with all of that.
I thought you meant I was going to give the kids whiskey.
No. Why waste it on them when you could have it yourself? We're recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your podcast, and of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us, there is many ways that you can. Hiram, tell the good people how they can get in touch.
You can reach the socials at DU Football Show, or you can also email us at dufootballshow@gmail.com.
Very good. And of course, keep checking out the Tiki-Talkies. We're back to doing halftime check-ins again, even though Graham didn't do one for Arsenal either one of these past 2 weekends. So guess I need to have a pep talk with old Grammy boy, because Lord only knows man's never going to fucking sound check himself. I work in the wine and spirit industry and have a deep, passionate love for all things distilled spirits. So as the red-blooded Americans we are, we vow to have a drink in our hand throughout this show and every single show. The Whiskey Advocate Top 20 keeps a rolling. We are about to approach number 5, but that means we got to talk about number 6 first. Hiram, what are we drinking tonight?
We are drinking Jefferson's Reserve Limited Edition Cash Drink. It's a 65% not that. 65% proof of alcohol.
Yep.
It is $70 a bottle. The panel rating is 95 bourbon. According to this lovely magazine, which is the Whiskey Advocate, father and son Trey and excuse me, let's try that again. This is why reading is fundamental.
Graham is going to be all on your ass about the fact that he's like a great cold reader and you're completely fucking it up.
When is he never on my ass?
You know, and also it's 63%, 65% alcohol because it's 130 proof. But try not to fuck up the rest of the read. Go get him.
Father and son Chet and Trey Zoller founded Jefferson's Bourbon back in 1997, inspired by a family distilling pedigree dating back to 1799. Jefferson's has been best known for its ocean whiskey aged on ships that sail to ports around the world. But its reserve bourbon is also very popular, and this spring the label added its first cask strength expression. As our highest score in Jefferson's expression in many years, it's a stunning whiskey. Yeah, fuck you, Sam. Rich dessert flavors of chocolate, vanilla taffy, melted caramel, creme brulee, and strawberry jam sprinkled with pepper spice are wrapped in oak, earthiness, and spice, all working together in beautiful harmony.
What is suggested retail? How much?
70.
Yeah. It's I found this one very easily. This one you can absolutely find in the wild. I'm not getting the strawberry jam. I'm getting all the other dessert characteristics, that like vanilla cream, the creme brulee, things of that nature. This is one of those brands that is very, very hyped by the general public, particularly the Oceans series, right? I think they all want to live in this romantic world where they think it's a, it's like going around on like a sailboat, like Pirates of the Caribbean with like, Jack Sparrow's hair flowing in the fucking wind.
Yeah.
It's on a shipping container. a big giant shipping, because any other vessel would fucking sink. And also they can't carry enough bourbon to make it worthwhile. So it's a bunch of shipping containers. Yeah, it goes around the ocean. It's a sealed shipping. How much do you really think that? So where you get hop heads talk about the different hops and the different nuances of hops. It's one of those kind of brands where people are like, oh, I can taste the sea salt. No, you fucking can't. Stop it. But all that being said, this is a big boy and it is fucking phenomenal. Oh my God, this is a great bourbon. This is not, Jefferson's is not normally a label that makes the list. It is not normally a label that would ever be rated this high. It is 130, but it doesn't grip the back of your throat. It's really easy to drink. It is fucking delightful, and consider me very fucking impressed. For someone who is not normally the biggest of Jefferson fans, this is an exceptional fucking whiskey.
I will definitely say it is definitely has those sweet notes that it was mentioning about the vanilla and the creme brulee for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really get much chocolate, but that might just be me. But, and I am having it on the rocks as well too, but it is very, very smooth.
Chocolate will be more of a back end kind of tactile feel. Typically, that's the, you look for, when you think chocolate, don't think milk chocolate, think more dark baker type chocolate, that
Gotcha.
little bit of bitter thing that'll happen. That's when they're talking chocolate, that's how you train your brain to think it. Other fun tactic to do, should you ever, you do this with all spirits and wine, smell a flavor of what they say. Like, oh, they say it's got dark chocolate. Get a dark chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Have a sip, smell dark chocolate, take a bite of dark chocolate, have another sip. It helps train your palate to start to look for those flavors because you're directly comparing the flavors.
Okay.
Right?
That makes sense for the charcuterie boards now.
The most notable comparison would be in the wine world, Chardonnay. They say green apple and popcorn, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Have a little popcorn with buttered popcorn with a Chardonnay. Now, like, it's not a very good tactile feel because it's got, it's crunchy popcorn that kind of melts with the Chardonnay, but you get that direct comparison flavor where they go, oh, it's a popcorn ball. Like, oh yeah, you can definitely, and then once you've trained your brain on that, your brain will never go away from that. You start to learn it. And that's where Graham and I's kind of overall palates come from. It's a lot of testing. It's a lot of training. You constantly have to kind of work on your palate. You also have to kind of constantly work on, smells, right? So it's always smart that if you're doing tasting, you want to taste first thing in the morning because your palate's kind of clean, right? You also want to wear, it's always smart to wear a freshly dry clean shirt when we would go to the office, right? Because then you would take your just smell into your arm. It's a pretty neutral smell and it kind of cleans your nose, right? So you would see people all the time in the office when you were doing different tastings, you go and then taste and then go right back. And that just to kind of give a flat cleanliness to the palate.
Gotcha.
And then the other big thing too would be when you would wash glasses, you wouldn't wash a glass with water. If I was just having a white wine and I was switching to red, I'd pour a little bit of red in, I'd swish the glass around and dump that out.
Yeah.
And that the wine will pull the rest of the other wine out, where water will just, it cleans it, but
it
there's
dries
still, it's still there. So, what else do we always need to do when we're drinking a ton of exceptional bourbon?
Please drink responsibly.
Excellent. All right, let's get into it, gangsta.
Yeah.
We got shit to talk about, especially like my team kicking your team's ass, which is going to be fabulous to talk about. Yep, I wasn't looking forward to that second segment at all, not one bit. But
You dig.
yeah, I know. Well, it's words of encouragement. I make you a stronger man. That's just look at yourself in the mirror and go, you know what, Big Sam behind me, I can accomplish anything because he's going to let me know if I fuck up. All right, we open with a long-awaited return for Sunderland to St. James's Park. Saw a come-from-behind win for the Black Cats and their 11th straight Premier League Tyne-Wear Derby victory. Sunderland 2, Newcastle 1, and got St. James's Park was fucking bumping. They were ready for this, especially considering the first leg of it at Sunderland. They lose 1-0 on a brilliant Nick Voltamada, Big Dick Nick. Brilliant fucking header. The problem is Nick plays for Newcastle and he scored it on his own team.
Yep.
But they were ready. This is something, this derby is so fucking big and it's so important. And there's a lot of very new fans to the game. I would say is bigger than the Merseyside because the Merseyside is a city divided and there's not any religious connotations, say like, you know, the Old Firm with Rangers and Celtic. So it's at least a friendly rivalry. Tottenham and Arsenal, I'd still probably put it 1. I'd probably still put the North London at 1. But the Birmingham derby, which hasn't happened in forever, like, I mean, Villa and Birmingham City genuinely fucking hate each other, right?
Yeah.
The time where Magpies and Mackhams don't like one another. They're two cities divided by all of 20 miles, like, and a river, and they fucking hate each other. And you could sense that, right? And then you go ahead and you have St. James's Park, which, you know, they're in the north. They give a shit about the rest of England. It's like, we're here and the rest of you can fuck off.
Yeah.
They always put the away fans are in the upper deck in the corner, like out of the way, right? So as a team coming in, you are only surrounded by Newcastle.
Yeah.
There is no one that has a kind word to say to you. And then imagine what it is when it's been 13 years. No, yeah, 13. I think it's 13 since they have been in your stadium. Like, fuck. You could sense that through the TV. And Newcastle looked ready to play, you know? Obviously really disappointed in the midweek losing the way they did to Barcelona. I think some people overlook what a second leg of a elimination Champions League game is. When you go down 1-0, you can't just go, oh, let's see it out.
Yeah.
You have to push the action, and then it's 2-0, and then you have to push the action more. Then it's 3-0, and you have to push the action. Like you, because all it becomes is, oh, we now need to score 4 goals.
Right.
We have to win 4-3 if we want to advance. Oh, we have to win 5-4 if we want to advance. Oh, we have to win 6-5 if we want to advance. Like, so that took a lot out of them. But they came out of the gates, and gosh, Gordon scored within just moments, it felt like, of the start of the game.
Yeah, I think Gordon is like probably one of their. No, I can't even say that because overall, I think Newcastle as a whole, they're just being like very inconsistent.
Yeah.
And it's been shown, especially in the Prem, because like in the Champions League, they were at least doing like some solid work as well too. But then translated to the Prem, it's like they have some highs, they have some lows. They're very inconsistent, especially depending on what type of matches they're coming off of as well.
He's on single-digit goals in the Prem, but he's on 17 goals for the season. He had a very good Champions League campaign.
Yeah.
And you're right, inconsistency has absolutely been a thing, but they played a great first half, and it was just like the only thing missing was that it wasn't 2 or 3-0. That was it. That was the only thing missing. They had the chances. They just didn't take advantage of them.
That's their biggest not disadvantage. That's the biggest issue this season, is that they pretty much go one up against their opponent. They're like, okay, yeah, like pretty much like you said about like the second leg, but in this case, it's like the first half. They're like, oh yeah, we'll go one up. Let's just stay 1-0 until the rest of the match is seen through.
And it felt like Reggie Labrie went in at halftime and struck the fear of God, or gave the most inspiring halftime talk ever to the Black Cats. And I think like Eddie Howe was just like, all right, lads, more of that. We'll be all right. Let's go get them, because Sunderland equalized quickly. And after they equalized, the game was different. You were just like, oh, fuck. if Sunderland are going to score, when do Sunderland score? And frankly, it surprised me that it took the 90th minute for it to happen. I was surprised it wasn't already 2 or 3-1 at that point. Like, because they were all over Newcastle.
But I think it's because Newcastle, and correct me if I'm wrong, they might have been sending more deeper in the back to try to prevent that from happening.
Oh yeah. There was their defense has been shoddy at best this whole season, and they were trying not to get beat, and they were clearly they looked like a team that just went, look, let's see if they give us a second opportunity to score, but we'll absorb some pressure, which is something they've been very good at in previous seasons.
Yeah.
They just aren't good at it this season. And while Pope has made mistakes, and I believe that Ramsdale should be their keeper now, and he is, Ramsdale ain't doing much better. And Ramsdale has no confidence in the guys that are in front of him, and the guys that are in front of him really don't have any confidence in who's in back behind him in the net. It just and it just seemed like this small little snowball that started going down the hill, and it just kind of got worse and worse and worse for him. And it wasn't like I felt like Sunderland did anything other than an inspired team talk and a little more effort. It didn't seem like they made this major tactical change that put the match on its head. They just went out and played harder.
Yeah.
And that's all it took. And that if you're a Newcastle supporter, gotta fucking just rip your fucking heart out. You're just like, boys, can you not give us the worst fucking week ever? We go out tragically in the fucking Champions League, and then we lose again for the 11th fucking time to our rivals. You come on, boys.
I'm just saying this right now. They did not have the worst week ever. You know why?
Why? Because they actually scored a goal.
Bitch, fuck you.
I love that shit. We will get to that, but obviously 90th minute, Robbie gets the goal, and he had nowhere to celebrate because his supporters are all the way up in a far corner. Did not stop him from ripping off the shirt, knowing he was getting the yellow card. You could just see it in the Sunderland players. They understood the brevity of the moment, even though maybe they haven't been in that situation before.
I think it's pretty much what you said earlier. It's been 13 years. They understand how high pressed this environment is going to be, especially for that performance to be the way it did, especially for the fact that they beat them in the first round of this season. But I think the fact that
beat them on an own goal, it's like, yeah, we'll take the win, but
I don't give a shit. A win's a win,
right? But how impressive is that? And then you go into their building down 1-0, and you dominate them in the second half.
Just dog walk their ass.
Yeah, and also we talked about, Sam and I talked about this the first time, but having a Granit Xhaka type as your captain, someone who played North London derbies and understands what a true proper fuck derby means in England.
Can I say that he might be the most underrated signing of the Prem this season?
I would tend to agree. I mean, there are bigger signings that may have had bigger impacts.
Yeah.
But Sunderland staying in the league is 100% on the signing of Granit Xhaka.
Not even just staying in the league, being at least within the top half of the league too.
They're currently in 11th, right? So they're not far off. And they spent a lot of this year before AFCON. They were sitting in 7th. Yeah. Right. So they had that huge winning streak at home that got finally broken when Liverpool got them. And then they lost right after that again. But Xhaka is that important. And sometimes it doesn't need to be the best physical player on the pitch, the best talent, the best attribute talent player. Sometimes it just has to be a guy that gets it, gets what's going on, the importance of the team coming back up to the Prem, and then just keeps those younger guys focused. He's probably someone on the training pitch that when one of them's fucking around, smacks him in the back of the head and goes, no, you're a professional footballer. in the English Premier League. Do you want to be a championship player again?
Yeah.
Keep acting like that, and you could just tell that difference. We are going to have a treat in a few weeks when we get back and do our show. It'll be the FA Cup recap, but we are going to spend a whole segment. Our good friend Alan Yanis and his wife Kelly got selected for seats. They went to the match.
Oh, shit.
So obviously it's going to be disappointing for him, being a diehard Newcastle supporter, that his club lost the way that they did.
Yeah.
But I mean, think about it. Like, be kind of cool if you got to go to a West London, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you and Fulham. It'd be. I was supposed to go to a Merseyside derby, and COVID happened, and our trip got ended. But like, if you support a club, your derby is the be all end all.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if your teams are in the same league or if they're separated by 3 leagues. Like, that's the match you want to see. If you're going to you're a Villa supporter, you want to see Villa play Birmingham City. That's number 1 with a bullet. That's the top dog. If you're a Wolves supporter or a West Brom supporter, you want to see those two play each other.
Yeah.
You're Norwich, you want to see Ipswich. Like, that's who you want to see, right? Like that's who you want to play. But now for Newcastle, they're out of the FA. I mean, they're out of the Champions League, and they now find themselves outside of the top 10. And it doesn't look like Everton and Brentford are going anywhere. They're going to be sticking around to the end. If they do not make Europe, they were probably already losing Bruno Guimaraes, but they're likely losing Tonali. They're probably losing Gordon. And while they do have some younger players to start to fill in, you're seeing, Hall and obviously signing Ramsey from Villa. There's going to be players that fill in, but they don't fill the same role that a Guimaraes or a Tonali does. And you start to wonder, next season, how big of a rebuild is it? How much money are they really allowed to spend because they're not playing Champions League? And while your owners may have all the money in the world, you're not necessarily allowed to spend it within the league unless you're Chelsea and you get away with it and you just, you get a little ban. You sure as fuck didn't get a 12-point deduction, which is what they initially wanted to give Everton.
Hey, we called it out before. We were like, hey, this ain't right, but we're just pinching it out to y'all.
We turned ourselves into.
Hey, I'm just saying, 116 charges.
Big 6 glory. That's how it works. It would appear no one wants to qualify for Champions League, as just about everyone dropped points except for Villa. Manchester United 2, Bournemouth 2, Brighton 2, Liverpool 1, Everton 3, young hot freshnesses, beloved Chelsea 0, Villa 2, West Ham 0. Honestly, the United Bournemouth match was kind of dog shit, with the exception of the 60th minute to like the 81st minute.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, it was meh, right? But in that 20 minutes, we saw all 4 goals. We saw some pretty shoddy officiating. I was going back and forth with somebody on TikTok. They were complaining about the foul that wasn't called on Diallo, but then, old Slabhead got his red card at the other end of the pitch, and how was that any worse, and blah, 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 blah. And I couldn't concede because, it's a United supporter, so you have to fuck with them. Like,
no, of course.
You can't let them just win, right? But the Diallo foul, I feel, was a foul. But what I think happened in that instance, it's one of those scenarios that if they call it a foul, it's a soft foul, but VAR isn't going to overturn it because there's not clear and obvious information for them to overturn it.
Yeah.
The fact that they didn't call it, VAR didn't have enough clear and obvious information to overturn it, right? So whatever call it would have been, it wasn't getting overturned.
No.
And is there an argument for a foul? Yeah. There was, but they didn't make it. I can tell you what is very obvious is Slabhead Harry Maguire not looking at the goal, not looking at the ball, turning around, looking at the guy and just grabbing his shoulder inside the box. Like that. I don't want whataboutism. The very simple fact is that guy who's worn the captain's armband for your team has played for the England national side.
Yeah.
Should know better. You gotta know the eye in the sky is looking.
Yeah, but
You
it's Harry
can't-
fucking Maguire.
You fucking, yeah, he's slabhead. He points at things. That's what he does. He pointed at him as he grabbed him fucking to the ground and pulled him down. And that's the game in a nutshell, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting for me because United aren't losing, right? They've only lost one game since Carrick's taken over. They're playing well, but they don't really feel fucking convincing, right?
I wouldn't say 100% yet, just because, granted, yes, they're getting the results that they need to kind of be in the position they're in. Like, for them to be like, what, third?
But I feel like they're in third because Villa's lost 3 in a row. Villa should be in third.
No, Villa definitely fell off as well, too.
I feel like they're in third because you've lost 3 in the league
I'll
in
say
a row.
Villa,
Like,
us, and even Liverpool,
yeah.
like, we fell off. Like, well, I can't even say we fell off. We just been dog shit.
Yeah.
But
like it's a third place of convenience and accident. It doesn't feel like an earned third place, right?
yes and no, because I feel like it was not this match, but the match previously. I forgot who they faced. Was a very convincing performance against Villa. Okay, so it was a very convincing performance, more so from Bruno and Cunha, who surprisingly I'm becoming more and more of a fan of for some reason. Like, I don't know what it is with him.
So Cunha has Bruno to take up the asshole role, right? Because Cunha was very much the asshole at Wolverhampton.
I mean, he still is.
Yeah, he is, but Bruno does such a great job of really bringing the attention to him, and it's intentional.
Yeah.
Bruno knows what he's doing. Like,
Oh yeah.
Bruno isn't bitching and moaning because he really thinks the call needs to be overturned. He's bitching and moaning to get you to pay attention to him.
Mm-hmm.
And this was something back in our old indoor days. We would play, certain teams, and you'd be up 4-0, and they would just start yelling at the ref.
Yeah.
And our guys would just start yelling back at them. And I'm like, they're doing that to make you pay attention to them. And then suddenly you'd be down 5-4. And they'd be like, what happened? Why would we were? I was like, because you all were more concerned about the fact that they were purposely doing illegal throws, and in indoor, nobody ever calls an illegal throw. Like, stop worrying about that. Don't worry about that. Like, worry about scoring another fucking goal.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're yelling at the ref because they fell down and the ref didn't call it. They knew they were diving. They didn't care. They wanted you to be focused on that. And as much as I hate that shit, Bruno does that perfectly. He gets you to pay attention to him while he still scores goals, still makes great assists. It's everything that goes in the back of the net for United goes through Bruno.
Yeah.
And this year in particular, it's been. I was talking with Graham about it. Like, I think he should be in the running for Player of the Season.
Yeah.
And he's thrown up obviously his Gunnar colored sunglasses and everything. He's thrown up a few of his guys, which there's debate, yeah. But do they, like he said, Declan Rice, and Declan Rice has had an amazing year, but does Declan Rice's play directly impact everything Arsenal does?
No.
It's part of a greater whole. The whole team is amazing.
Yeah. Granted, he's a great player, but I don't think he's making that big impact for the team.
United is playing the way they are playing because of Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
They are winning games because of him. They all of their successes are completely on that man's back. Like,
Yep.
and I hate to heap those kind of flowers at him, but it's fucking deserved, right?
Hey, you got to give credit when credit is due. Like, Bruno is, I think he's joint assists in the world or just in the Prem? Okay. Yeah. But it was goal involvements that I was looking at for. It was Vinny and Fermin Lopez.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, like, I think if Bruno wasn't playing the way he is, they definitely wouldn't be in the position that they're in right now. I definitely think the pickups they got with Cunha.
And Buemo has been phenomenal.
Oh, Bremo's definitely been a great addition as well too. Got to give credit to Diallo as well too. But I think that
Casemiro looks reinvigorated because he was just really had a real bad run under Amarin. Kobe Mainu getting minutes again. Like it just, I think their defense is still a fucking mess, right? And I think they got the goalkeeping position right with Lemons, and he's been big for them.
came out of fucking nowhere, too.
Yeah, but all of it again comes back to fucking Bruno.
Yeah.
It just all comes back to fucking Bruno. That's it. And then we go into the next morning.
In my way downtown, walking fast. I'm a seagull. Go fuck yourself.
Man.
I love that I could be half paying attention and I'll still rock out a doo-doo-doo-doo.
Exactly. The Uncle Wells, man. Old Danny Welbeck. Fucking with the brace, timely goals, and despite it being 2-1, that was a very convincing Brighton win. Liverpool did not offer much, and I understand. Liverpool have got players getting hurt, and having Ekitike with the dead leg doesn't help, right? Because then you're already missing Mo. You're already missing Isak. Like you're already, but you spent damn near close to $500 million this summer. Quit fucking bitching. Like you are the defending champions of the Prem. Like get your shit together. Like you have resources that no one else has. Everyone deals with injuries.
Yeah.
Every fucking club in this league deals with injuries, and they're like Liverpool's just a fucking mess, man.
I did not expect this to come out of nowhere from the season.
They're on 10 fucking losses. You understand that, right?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Defending champions, 10 fucking losses.
That again, did not fucking expect this at all.
Especially they started the season 5-0. You're like, everything's fine, cruise control. They'll be fucking battling for the title, and then right off a fucking cliff.
It was, I don't want to say like with the loss of Isak, that definitely made a massive role as to why they're not performing the way they are. But I don't want to put that pressure on just one player. It's a full team responsibility.
Well, it's a lot of things, right? Obviously, the tragic loss of Diego Jota is massive, and that's going to affect players on the pitch. Diaz leaving to go to Bayern, that was another piece.
Killing it over
He's
there.
murdering it in Germany. And then you have Salah just having a historic fall off, like Mr. Consistency forever. Mo scoring 20 goals every season was just a thing. You counted on that, right?
Has he hit 10 yet here?
No. And he's hurt now. And just lots of drama going on around him, right? Really, the only player that's been consistent the entire year is Szoboszlai, and the only thing consistent about him is that they never consistently play him in the same spot.
Yeah.
Like, he's Mr. Everything to them. Imagine what this team would be without him, right? And then you couple that with the fact that your two new signings as left and right backs don't bet in. They are betting in now. Frimpong and Kerkez are starting to bet in, and they are ultimately the right moves, right? Letting Trent go was the right move.
Yeah.
Moving on from Robertson and bringing in the new heir apparent was the right move. Robertson's getting long in the tooth. It's time to make that move. But what does not help is that Konate has been epically horrible, and Van Dijk's getting older. He can only do so much.
Yeah.
And if his center back pairing isn't doing it with him, his mistakes get personified because of it.
Well,
right?
that's because Konate's 1 foot out the door right now.
I mean, it's a complete mess. Yeah. And then you look at the first goal Welbeck scores, it's like, yeah, he puts his arms up on the back, but the two of them are standing there, Van Dijk and Konate screaming for a call. And it's like, dude, you do that every time at the other end of the field. It's like, you can't suddenly, big men are going to jockey for positions.
Yeah.
One of the funnest battles to watch is what the center backs and the striker do, because they beat the shit out of each other game in. I mean, we watch this at every level, right?
Yeah.
From the summer league team we would watch a big man fight two big center backs. Like, that's just what happens. And when you're starting to just point around and looking for calls, it's because you don't want to take the hard look, which is it's fucking you, man.
Yeah.
I just this team is going to ultimately, I feel, be a Champions League team because I firmly believe 6 teams are going to Champions League. I think it's going to be the top 5 because honestly think I do think Arsenal do finally win a Champions League. I think they do. And I can tell you this one that I feel even more bullish about. Villa under Emery is winning fucking Europa, which means they're going to Champions League. And that means 6 fucking teams are going.
Yeah.
And so they can finish as worst as 6th and they're going.
Yeah.
They're going to be going, right? Because you know it's Arsenal and City, right? Then it's probably United and Villa, but Villa's going to get an automatic spot, right? And then it's whoever finishes in 5th, which could be Chelsea, could be Liverpool.
Yeah.
And the other one will be 6th, and that'll be your teams. And there'll be 6 teams again. And in 7th place will be Brentford or Everton, and they'll be going to Europa. And 8th, they'll be going to the Conference League. And unless something really wackadoodle happens in the FA Cup, which I don't foresee that happening, you're going to have at least 8 teams going to Europe, maybe even 9.
Seeing 9 teams from England going to Europe is fucking insane.
I should not for nothing. Let us not forget Palace are in the they're in the quarterfinals of the Conference League, so they can win Conference League and then they're in Europa.
Yeah,
it is. It's definitely like there's going to be multiple teams in Champions League again, and a team that certainly isn't playing like they deserve it. But man, do they like to fucking tinker? Are your guys? Couldn't be happy enough with fucking Maresca just doing shit. Your organization just couldn't be satisfied with that, could they?
Fuck Blueco.
It just you talked about it when we did the preview about how they want to build. Obviously, they're building a massive club and they're willing to spend whatever money it takes, but they also have no commitment to anyone. They're willing to sell anyone.
Here's what I've noticed for sure, and I think I've said this on the show before. They only care about profit. They don't care about what trophies are bringing in, because that's the ultimate profit right there, is winning fucking trophies, whether maybe in Europe, maybe in England, if it's a fucking Carabao Cup or FA Cup. I don't give a shit. That gives you the profit. So let that be the main profit and stop buying these fucking pubescent 20-year-olds or whatever, thinking that they're going to solve everything. Granted, Esteval is my fucking guy.
I mean, he's the only one that ran for your team. I'm sorry, I thought Latvia had a very good first half.
Yeah.
And I get he hasn't gotten many starts, so you can't have him run the whole game.
Well, he's been hurt most of the time.
You can't have him run the whole match. You just can't, right? Which I understand. But when he went off, the team offered nothing.
Yeah.
And Esteval comes on like, why the fuck is Garnacho coming on at halftime and not Esteval? Like, and especially in a game where, let's face, this was a David Moyes special. You're coming into our building. You're a Big Six club. We are going to punch you right between your eyes and bloody up your nose.
Yeah.
That is the first thing we're going to do. Why do you bring on a fucking hothead like Garnacho at halftime to, quote, change the game?
Only because he changed the game in FA Cups, and that's it.
He spent the entire second half being bullied by Jake O'Brien on the right-hand side. And Jake just started fucking with him. Like, the ball would be on the other side of the field. Jake would walk by and bump him and say some shit to him. I mean, just to drive him nuts.
Well, yeah, because everyone knows Garnacho's a fucking hothead.
And it worked. And that's all Everton did. You think of like the towards the end of the game where Tarkovsky threw an elbow into I think it was Gusto fucking into his chest. No, Fofana's chest.
Yeah.
Like just whacked him hard. Like a ref ain't never calling that.
Yeah.
Even if they watch it on VAR, they're not going to call it. And that's just a veteran player going, oh, look at these kids out here. Let's fuck with them.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Everton did. And you had chances in the first half. You had chances. Now, the problem is, and this is good if you're an England national team supporter, right now, the ball looks this fucking big to Pickford. Like, This is a third Premier League game in a row where he just makes this fucking disturbingly worldly of a save.
Oh no, he was making phenomenal saves. This match.
He is honed in so well, and it's also now, it's not I have to make these teams to have my team survive. It's like I make these couple saves a match so my teams are winning games and battling for Europe. Like the old philosophy of the best of the rest when they would talk about Everton is fucking back, man. They're in 8th place. They were in 7th after they're doing it's old school Moisey ball, man. Mm-hmm. People are making the right plays at the right times. He's got James Garner gets a fucking call up to England. Why? Because, well, he deserves it. But David Moyes has put him in a right position. He's playing to that player's strengths, right? Yeah. And if it's, there's never been a big goal scoring threat under Moyes when he was at Everton. Saha would get 10 goals, would be a lot, right? So Barry was hot for a while. He worked with Barry. Beto's hot for a while. He works with Beto. Like, he gets set piece goals, timely things. And then this match was no different. It was just opportunistic goals. The one that really sunk in for me was watching Ilian Jai go right back at Caicedo. And Caicedo is arguably one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, arguably one of the best midfielders in Europe, right? Mm-hmm. He had a very bad year last year. He had a very good year this year.
Yeah.
And Jai just walked his ass backwards right up to the net, puts out a little touch and just,
it was a beaut.
That shot was gorgeous.
It was a beaut. I can't even lie.
But you come to the end of the game and nobody's Esteval. That's it. Nobody on your team is running. And that brings me back to the thought process. If the club doesn't give a shit about you and you're just a cog you're going to sell and move and do and make a profit off of, why the fuck should the players on the pitch give one shit about the badge on their chest?
They don't.
And I don't blame them. That's not necessarily especially younger kids.
That's the issue right there. We're bringing in kids. We're not bringing in the only adult that we brought in was Towson, and Towson's been dog shit for us all year.
Yeah.
And we need people to be natural leaders. Like, we have that in Reese, we have that in Enzo, but they can only do so much with what they're given as well too. Granted, the amount of bullshit that this club has faced just this year alone has been insane. We shouldn't have let go of Maresca just because Maresca is literally had us I think within top 4.
Yeah,
before he got his walking papers.
Was it perfect? No. But he was implementing a system. He had a team that wanted to play for him despite the bullshit of the club.
Yeah.
Right? They were working for him. And then you pull him out, and I don't have an issue with the new appointment, but you're completely disrupting a system that was working, and we can't use the excuse next year of, oh, they're young, they're going to get it together.
We've been saying this for 4 years.
Exactly. We've been saying it for a while now, so now there has to be fucking results. Right? And be careful, because teams like Villa have investment and are regularly qualifying for European spots. Newcastle has been in and around the discussion for European spots, and they have plenty of fucking money. Everton have new ownership with plenty of fucking money, a new stadium that now has more fans in it, and they're getting their shit together.
Yeah.
You need to be careful, and we'll get on to Spurs later, that they're a complete mess. And Chelsea's got to watch their ass. They're going to end up being like United's been for the last 3-4 years, where completely fall off, and that money and the things that they've done, even though it's all deferred contracts, will eventually fucking catch up to them.
No, it's catching up to them now, just because the ramifications of the players that we're bringing in is a whole clusterfuck. Like we saw that with the shit with fucking Paris. I'm fucking getting people who don't even watch soccer sending me shit like, oh yeah, Chelsea's dog shit. Like, who the fuck are you to tell me about this? I know this.
Right. Well, and also not for nothing, Paris are the defending fucking champions of the Champions League. So you have to give them a little bit of fucking credit.
Fuck that. They're granted, yes, we won the Club World Cup, but they are the best team in the world overall. They won 6 trophies all last season, including this recent one. I think it was the Intercontinental Cup or whatever. Still, that team has depth. They have a balance. They have everything. We don't have a balance. We just have a fucking bitch ass owner who doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about bringing all these people in, bringing all these young talent, thinking it's going to be good for profit, knowing profit comes when you win fucking trophies.
Right. And I've stalled long enough for you. You got some OG Malort there in front of you. You're going to need to drink stud. And, hey, let's look at the positives. Your owner also thinks there should be a fucking all-star game in the goddamn Premier League.
Nah, I'm leaving that alone.
I like to say shit to fucking push your buttons. Now let's talk to somebody who finally got a fucking win. How about that, Mel?
I am glad to not be drinking Malort this week.
I would say you double tap that mute button there, girl.
Did I?
Yeah, you hit it and then hit it again.
Nah, well, make sure I hit it.
Hey, how we doing over there? He's over there just rubbing his hands.
I'm just playing my tambourine.
Just,
I don't envy
sucks.
Fuck you, Boley.
You know what, Mel? Your team is
healthy.
That's it. They're healthy.
We got
like
Cash back. Mm-hmm. We got McGinn back. We got the whole squad.
Tielemans made a sub appearance. Buendia made a sub appearance. It just suddenly the team is starting to get fucking healthy again. And
just in time for the end of the season.
Well, honestly, just in time for fucking Europa.
Yeah.
I feel still very confident that within the league you are 4th or 5th place, hell, even 3rd place, because who knows with United? I won't believe United are back until they finish the season in 3rd place. I'm not going to believe in them at all. Looking at Hiram's face there, just he's going through.
Just keep talking.
Just going through
It's
feelings.
painful. It's painful.
But Villa looked great. And I think what is most evident of how great Villa looked was that first fucking goal from McGinn. Because that was training pitch. That was thought out.
Picture perfect.
It was planned.
Yep.
And this
He
is
really had to move for it too.
Oh, he that ball was coming across. He was moving onto it. He already knew where it was going to be. He already knew how he was going to hit it. And when we talk about teams trying to survive the drop, the relegation battle, they suddenly pull off wins that you don't expect to have happen, or they kind of have this sudden superhuman strength. They're still really bad teams, and they're in that situation because of their play. And in that scenario, West Ham looked outclassed, and it was never even like they were in it.
No.
I mean, you scored the second a little bit later on. Obviously, Watkins gets a goal, which is fucking massive.
Yeah.
It is an understatement how massive it is to have him on the scoring sheet. But also, I think we've seen he performs when he has competition behind him. Last season with Rashford pushing him, Tammy Abraham is there. Tammy Abraham is going to push him.
Yeah.
He will now suddenly start to play well.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're going to see from him. On the side for the Irons, the good thing is, yes, Leeds got a point. Yes, Forest win. But Spurs fall. And
Sorry, every time you say it, it's funny.
we're going to get onto it in the next segment. But for them, it's not the worst that they lost.
Right.
Although one would say Villa were a wounded animal. Here was the opportunity to get one. And you got to be disappointed if you were West Ham to not get that opportunity, to not at least get a point. But it feels like Villa are ready to fucking see out the rest of the season. And I'm very bullish on you guys winning Europa.
I hope we do.
Very bullish on you
hope we
winning
do.
Europa. Rounding out the rest of the league in Hiram's recovery from Malort so that happened. Fulham 3, Burnley 1, Leeds 0, Brentford 0, Forest 3, Spurs 0, and Manchester City 2, Arsenal 0 in the Carabao Cup final at Wembley. Fulham snap a 3-game losing streak with 3 unanswered after the Clarets went up. This is Fulham needed to get themselves right because it felt like they were starting to fall into that spot where you're just going to be like, oh yeah, they're 13th place. Now I know you would love to see them in 13th place. Hell, you'd probably love to see them relegated considering they're your West London counterparts, but they needed this win and it was a little bit of everybody helping them get it over the line.
I think as I've gracefully recovered from my shot. Sorry, I'm just trying to recover.
No worries.
No, I think Fulham.
I think they ultimately miss out on Europe. I think that they're going to probably finish somewhere like 11th, which for Fulham is fine.
I give them 12.
Yeah, but they were lucky that the team they got was Burnley. And for me, Wolves are only 3 points behind Burnley. Wolves have been god awful the bulk of the year, but Wolves get to play Burnley. They get to play Tottenham. They get to play West Ham. They get to, when they play Burnley, they play Burnley at home.
Yeah,
like Burnley's going to be last place.
You think so?
I think Wolves are going to surpass them. I think Wolves are going to possibly pass 2 people and be the last team to go down. Like they're for real. Their schedule the rest of the way is only bottom half teams, and a lot of them of their 7 are at home. Yeah.
Okay.
They're going to get in. Edwards has got them playing good ball, and it just. Burnley just seems to be kind of seeing it out, knowing they're going down, and that feels like the kind of team that's going to ultimately finish in 20th place for me.
I can't say too much against Burnley because they beat us. Well, actually, no, they didn't beat us. We drew.
Yeah.
At home. Still fucking pissed off about that game. But I think for Burnley's sake, it's literally just like coasting out and seeing how the rest of the season goes. Because we know they're going to be at the bottom.
Who's going down with you? Who are you going to lose to Sales? What veteran players are going to move on? You probably go, we're going to need to, Darlow won't be our goalkeeper next year. We need to find a new keeper, like those kind of things. But little things, they're definitely losing a Steve, who was the one fullback who stayed with them. Like,
I'll take him.
Kyle Walker's going to be gone. He's not there. He is there because they're in the Prem. He ain't going down to the Championship with them. He'll get another Premier League job.
He'll end up at Sunderland.
Yeah, he'll get a job. We know that. Next one, there's really nothing in the game because the game itself was not very fun to watch with Leeds and Brentford. Really 2 major talking points. Disappointing for Leeds because it's at home and they've been so good at Ellen Road. So to miss out on that opportunity is disappointing.
Right.
But in the scheme of things, a point's good. You're 4 clear. Like you're still clear.
Yeah.
And you just got to be better than 3 teams. And right now they're better than 6. Like that's all they need to keep doing is just. And Fark has been smart about it. He's like, look, man, we're at 32 points. We need 6 more points. We get 6 more points. We're good. That's all we need. And frankly, I think they're looking at very specific opportunities in their building to try to get those points. But this was one of those opportunities and they didn't. Now, conversely, no one's talking about the Bees, and I'll be the first to admit, egg on my face, I had them being the final team going down.
Yeah.
So I had Burnley, Wolves, and them going down. Those were my 3 teams going down. Complete egg on my face. I really thought they weren't going to be able, the players they were losing, I really thought they were going to be a mess. Losing Thomas Franks, I just didn't think they were going to have it. They're on the verge of having their greatest ever finish in club history, and they're about to qualify for their first ever European competition.
How funny is it? How funny is it that Thomas Frank got sacked before Brentford even having like a top finish in their entire club history.
Yeah. You would have thought it would have been Franks that got them that
Right.
big top finish, right? You thought he would have still been there. And, I mean, he lost the plot at Tottenham, obviously.
Yeah.
I still don't think he wasn't I don't think he was the wrong guy for their transition. I think there's a lot more to be said about the players on the pitch and the club's philosophy.
Well, he's
and who
also
they are
walking
as a
around
whole.
with a black cup of Arsenal on it. So.
Right. That doesn't help. And that's where he lost the plot,
Yeah.
right? But I think the black cup with the Arsenal logo on it is the scapegoat and not looking at themselves. Right?
Oh, no, it
Not-
definitely is. I just think it's fucking hilarious.
So, but for Brentford, I don't see them being 7th. I do think Everton get into 7th place. I feel like they are probably 9th. I think they just miss. But for right now, they've figured it out so far. All
right, I'm going to give a wild take.
Go for it.
And this is it coming from me, a Chelsea supporter.
Uh-huh.
Both Everton and Brentford finish above Chelsea.
Wow. You think they fall out that much, huh?
I think so, just because there's so much infrastructure within our team, which I know I'm going back to Chelsea, but I think there's so much infrastructure issues with our team that it causes for us to fall and for both Brentford and Everton to go up. I think if there's a possibility that Everton already go to Champions League, that's definitely the possibility. I think it's a possibility for, I wouldn't say Champions League for Brentford, but I could see them being Europa at best.
Not for nothing, Everton are 3 points behind Liverpool, and they get Liverpool in their building for the first Merseyside Star derby in the new stadium.
I'm just saying.
I mean, like, it's primed, and we'll get to a scenario where everything was primed and still somehow horrifically went wrong with our final game. But real quick, Spurs are now only 1 point safe. They look completely lifeless, and we need to do the important thing before we shit all over Spurs.
Okay.
Vitor Pereira got his team motivated to go into a, quote, massive stadium against a Big Six side, right? The quote unquote Big Six, one of the teams that should never fail.
They're Arsenal's Big Six now.
And
I'm not Arsenal. Villa. Sorry.
yeah. And he got more than a fucking song out of his team. His team played fucking brilliantly.
Yeah.
They played Spurs off the fucking pitch. The only more uninspired performance this weekend was you guys at our place.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for that, people would be talking more about how epically horrible Spurs were. On 2 of the 3 goals, the very vocal captain who loves to get himself the red card on a regular basis, who came out and talked about how important this match was jogging back on 2 of the 3 goals.
Does he know he's going to be leaving? He doesn't give a fuck.
He's a fucking center back. Why isn't he fucking there?
Because he doesn't give a fuck
just-
anymore. He's like, I'm out. We know we're going down. We know we're done. I'm done.
And it's Mel, if you don't mind me bringing you in for this one, because I just want to give credit to your remark. We're watching her game and we're following the Forest and Spurs match, and she just looks at me and she goes, "I want him to go down.
I do.
Like, I want to see the system burn. I want to see the quote
The anarchist
Big
in
Six
me, the anarchist in me wants the Big Six team to be in the Champions League.
championship,
Whatever.
Yeah,
The lower league.
but to see them go down, like it's and particularly
Schadenfreude? Isn't
Hey,
that
you
what
see
they
how
call
big
it?
my smile is.
yeah.
Is it Schadenfreude? Is that what they call it?
Graham, yes. Graham makes his whole thing of Batman needs his Joker and blah, blah, blah. And while he would be funny to see him go down, he does not want to see him go down because
Bullshit.
he wants his rival in the
That's
league.
because he's a
Oh,
Big Six
boo-hoo.
club.
I am actively rooting for Spurs to go down.
100%.
Seeing the championship game at Spurs Stadium,
Yeah.
Just,
A
God, it just
it's
makes
just
me
a bunch of
smile.
championship players looking like fucking William Dafoe in that one scene, just like, looking up like, oh.
Lincoln City is in League One, and they're currently in first place. And they were singing a song in an empty Cardiff because they had just beaten Cardiff to move into first place in League One. and they were like singing a song of like Tottenham away, ole, ole, ole. Because they're going up to the championship and Tottenham coming down. I mean, to a completely empty stadium, it's just them screaming that
See, this
song.
is why I'm glad Spurs lost the way they did, because it makes me enjoy the hate watch even more, knowing that we lost the same fashion. But then again, we're at least 6, so I'm cool with this.
In a perfect world, a dream scenario that I think would be absolutely fucking hysterical is Burnley finishes in dead last. Wolves with their schedule make the great escape, because it would be the greatest escape ever. It would be historic, and it would be so fucking incredible to talk about.
Yeah.
West Ham get out.
Oof.
Forest go down, because I don't think a fourth manager should be fucking rewarded. Your organization is that fucked up that you've gone through 4 managers in 1 year, right?
Is it 4?
Yeah. Also, the fact that West Ham's manager was Forest's first manager in Nuno, right? To see that flip happen, and on the final day at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Everton beat Spurs to send Spurs down in the final spot, and Wolves pull off the great escape. West Ham survive, and it ends up being Burnley, Forest, and Spurs that goes down.
Now, here's my question. How are the invisible powers that be going to stop it?
I don't know, and I think, you know what, Alex, Melissa Jones? I love where your brain is. Salary, but we got the documents. Got the documents right here. Try not to choke to death on somebody else's podcast.
This is where I wish there were more football fans on Threads to put together the conspiracies, but they're just not
the
feeling it.
conspiracies would be so great. And then finally, if they had won, somebody was going to call in and take a victory lap. But he was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to come on, because he was talking quadruples, right?
Like, talk your shit, Sam.
It was perfectly set up. It was now time for the new dynasty to take over, to watch the protege of Pep step into the spotlight. They play a nearly flawless first half where they dominate City, right? The whole match, Haaland was a non-fucking start. Like, he had nothing, offered 0.
Yeah.
And in 10 minutes, the Gunners completely fuck it off, give up 2 goals to a fucking wingback, a kid, a teenager, like, on his birthday, scores a brace, and City just do what City always do.
Hey, what a birthday gift.
Win another fucking cup. And Pep is celebrating and losing his goddamn mind over it. Like, this is the cup nobody fucking, quote, gives a shit about. Pep gave a lot of shit, and this win was supposed to be what pushes them into winning the league, pushes them into the finals of the Champions League. And the Champions League, it's a one-off, you never know, right?
Yeah.
But Arsenal are clearly one of, if not the best team in Europe currently. They are.
Yeah.
And it's undeniable. And they've fixed their team. They've added the pieces they needed to add. But when they needed to do the thing they needed to do, they fucking bottled it again.
That's what they do.
I was ready to come onto this show. I was already writing it out in my head. I was going to say, are City pulling an Arsenal, falling out of the Champions League, losing the League Cup? That's what I was ready to write. That's what I was ready to say. And just one more little push. Gotta say, suddenly makes you, if you're an Arsenal fan, think just a little bit more about that upcoming game at City.
Yep.
Because what if City beat Palace? Then they're only 6 back. And then what if they beat you? They're only 3 back. What if you go to Porto and you come out of Porto down 1-0 on aggregate? And suddenly that game at home in the Champions League, you really suddenly need more. Like, sure, you're probably going to take care of Southampton, but they've historically fucked with you a lot. And now you got to, like, they're looking at a chance as a championship club to go to Wembley. So they're kind of up for it. That little bit of doubt that always lies in that Arsenal TV supporter of Arsenal, I got to figure it's just starting to creep right into the back of their head right now. You think so?
Sorry, I'm just over here like living my full erotica moment right now, just because like this is just gorgeous.
And
Also, side note, would you say? And I feel like I've asked you this maybe off the air or maybe to someone else, but would you say, in a sense, Arteta is almost as similar to No. Fuck, what was his name? Liverpool's past
Slot.
manager. Slot.
well,
No,
the
no, no,
past
no.
manager is Klopp. Yeah.
Klopp. Yeah.
Yeah, that can't seem to get, like, kind of just keeps missing out a little. Yeah, but the difference is Klopp got a Champions League. Klopp got a league title. Like, Arteta hasn't yet. Arteta's got to, I mean, it has to happen now. It has to happen now.
Yeah. For both, really.
They really need to come away with two of those three.
Yeah.
Like, they can lose in a Champions League final as long as they win the league and win the FA Cup.
No, I think they need to win the Champions League. If they keep saying they're the best team in Europe, they need to win the Champions League.
If they only win the Champions League but lose the league, I think they won't care because it's the Champions League.
Yeah.
But it'll patch over yet another epic failure on their part in the league.
Yeah.
I think of the three personally, the easiest one to do is win the league. I feel like that's the one that they're most poised to have.
I mean, they
happen.
have the advantage right now. They have to literally like just win and draw the entire season out.
City does have to play you. They do have to go to Everton. Like there are going to be some tough games against teams who have something to play for.
Yeah.
So there will be that. But I feel like it's best primed for Arsenal to win, right? To win the league. But
Yeah. My thing is, for Arsenal's sake, for them to be this complete of a team, they have no excuse but to win damn near everything to their disposal. Granted, yes, they just lost the League Cup. Cool. You have Champions League. You have a clear advantage on the Prem. So if you fuck this up now, you're clearly not meant for this at all.
Right.
And then the opportunity to win the FA Cup.
yeah.
Even though, granted, it's quarterfinals, still, you have to make it all the way to where you
Well,
got to be.
and City and Liverpool are facing each other in the quarterfinals, so that helps.
Yeah.
So one of those two will be gone.
It's most likely going to be City going to be moving forward.
But I mean, in all likelihood, you should advance. You're playing the last place team in League One.
Yeah.
And they don't have the advantage of it being in their building, which is why they keep advancing.
Yeah.
Right. So there's that going for them too. But I get back to that little bit of creeping doubt that's in the back of every fucking Arsenal supporter's head right now. And I guarantee you it is in the back of the head of my co-host. And it's why he didn't fucking call in tonight.
Sure money.
He didn't send me the number. I believe he's down 401 because he missed right off the jump with the Manchester United to win. I am down $2,172.
Got it.
Big Sam's Lock of the Week.
Hiram, you're the kind of man that likes numbers. So let me just tell you that 6.896551724% of the time
What does it do?
works 100% of the time, big boy.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does. I will say I have no problem with my my missed bet because my missed bet was Liverpool to win and Everton to win. And Liverpool lost, and I never felt more like singing the blues when Everton win and Liverpool lose. Oh, Everton, you got me singing the blues. So I don't mind losing. Really, my eyes are on the prize of winning the fantasy league so that I can have Brody in the corner, in the cuck chair, having to do 3 different Malort drinks with me for the final show of the season. So that is, yeah. Well, he said that Sam's league was going to beat my league in fantasy. So I told him if you guys beat me, I add 1 more drink of Malort. So I'll have 4 drinks of Malort if I lost betting and I lost in fantasy. But if I won, he had to come into studio and have the same 3 drinks I was having but he had to sit in the corner and he wasn't allowed to fucking talk on mic.
Why would you do this, man? You set yourself up for failure.
He's calling it the cuck chair.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, it's not looking good for Brody.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you do this to yourself? You set yourself up for failure, man. Come on.
So FA Cup is going to be coming back when we come back from the international break. So Sam and I will do our bets separately, but we're not doing any bets right now because we don't bet on the FA Cup as well.
Of course.
But that's where we are at right now. It looks like Graham's going to probably win. I shouldn't have been doing a bunch of
9-way parlay.
to go for the big win to come back, because if I would have just kept doing my simple practical betting, it'd probably be like he's up 401 and I'm like down 200 and completely could catch him. But at over $2,000, I'm doing what I like to call pulling a Graham and spending all of his kids' college money and not picking good bets. But that is going to wrap it up, boys and girls, as I continue to ramble. Hiram, any parting words for us today?
Only thing I got for you guys is if you guys are interested in checking out DC United, definitely do so. Come to Audi Field. We have our upcoming matches as well too. I'll lead it up into the World Cup break, so please do so. I will definitely look forward to seeing you guys there.
Excellent. And then, of course, we've got the Annapolis Blues, the Naptown Blues fan cast coming back. We just interviewed Coach tonight.
Yeah.
And we've got a few more and bunch of games. They have a grueling schedule because there's 14 teams in the league in the division this year. I mean, it's great because it brings more exposure. And I'm not going to put you on the spot. Obviously, you work for an MLS team, but on my side for parting words, let's just say the USL is starting to push the narrative. And you've seen that the MLS is going to go to the European schedule, which I don't know necessarily works in the United States.
We'll see.
We'll see. But the USL is adding ProRel. The USL, the little tiny grassroots teams are really starting to get some play. You think of the Hearts of Pine up in Portland, Maine, and you think about the Burlington team that just won the USL 2. You think of Annapolis, and these little clubs are pulling numbers that aren't that fucking far behind what the MLS are doing. Mm-hmm. And they're going to probably have to start paying attention to that.
Yeah.
Because if the choice is, for me, go see the team 10 minutes down the road and I have a great game day experience, or drive in the city and try to find parking, then I'll keep going down the street to there. So like I said, I'm not, obviously you're an employee of a major league soccer team, so I'm not going to put you on the spot on that, but it's interesting. It was a point that somebody brought up in our closed group, and I think that absolutely had something to do with it. I mean, I think USL is changing the narrative a little, but that's it. We've talked too much, or I've talked too much, so let's get the fuck out of here. Producer Mel agrees, and next up is a truncated injury time. Talk about the beers we were drinking. Check in on our adopted club. And, of course, the fantasy scores that Mel talked about. Producer Mel, should you want to find injury time, how do you go about doing that?
Well, you can go to patreon.com/DU Football Show, or just right now go scroll wherever you found this post. The link is in there. I include it in everything, so you don't have to do anything but click.
Very good. Till next week, everybody.
Good night.